Hello everyone, and this is just going to be a quick look at the Fiat 500 that I now own instead of the previous Smart 42. Now it's a Fiat 500 1.2 engine, and it's the pop model, so it's the base model, but it has a few interesting things. First of all, let's look in the mirror and see, see a lorry charging up there. I'm in this same lay-by I was with the Smart, but it's a lot worse weather. To what it was. Anyway, I was just looking then, I thought it was going to spray the side of the car, and it did a little bit, but anyway, it's worse weather than it was before. So anyway, this is a Fiat 500 1.2 pop. So it's a base model, but it's got a few extras. So first of all, we've got the steering wheel radio mounted controls. Also, you'll see that it's got the Windows button there, and that is for Blue and Me, which this also has down here, which basically means you open this up there and you put a USB in there. Pull that as back as you can. Put a USB in there, and music comes straight up on the stereo there, and that's volume. You can change the volume there, obviously, with the plus and minus. But you can also change it here on the steering wheel, or mute it with that button. Obviously, with the Blue and Me, you connect like your mobile phone to the car via Bluetooth. So there's like the mobile phone that I've got, and you connect it via Bluetooth. With this one, you just go like that, and you just bring this top menu down. You turn on your Bluetooth there. It says on, and then obviously it would connect with the car. But yeah, so that's that. Well, I'll have to turn the car on to do that. But anyway, the CD player's at mute at the minute. It's a semi-automatic gearbox, so you can see the plus and minus gears there, and automatic and manual, slip it across, reverse there. Hasn't got a glove box, but it's got like a little storage shell. Obviously the Fiat badge on the 500 badge on the dashboard. And this dashboard is actually the colour of the car outside. So if you can see through the mirror, obviously the colour is grey. It's called Electro Clash Grey, this one. It's red seats, red and black seats, this one actually. And obviously mine is as well, and there's a little bit, well, I was going to say there's a little bit more room in the back, but obviously there is. Previous car was a Smart, and obviously this has got 2 extra seats, so quite a bit more room in the back there. Obviously you've got a boot as well, I can always show you that, which wasn't really interested on the Smart as there wasn't much room. But anyway, obviously that's the only car I can compare this to, with it being the same year and both small Super Minis, or Super Minis in the Smart's case. Anyway, yeah, you've got your hazard button there, your city steering button there, and your rear fog lights there. It also has daytime running lights, this car, which I'll show you obviously when I start it. Yeah, you've got your stereo controls there, electric window switches either side of the gear stick there, cup holders down there, as well as the Blue and Me and the 12 volt socket, not a cigarette lighter anymore. Close that up so it doesn't get anything in it. Handbrake obviously there, and 2 more cup holders there. And I'm actually going to start the car now, but you can actually, well, plus obviously you can see that you've got a good amount of space. This is the key here. It's one of the flip keys. You press the Fiat badge and it's there, and you pop it in the thing there. See, it's got the steering lock on, so I don't know how I'm going to do this. I'll pop the camera down there, and I'll show you the gear stick for a second, just while I take the steering lock off. Anyway, there we are. And you can see when it's lit, it says media player there. To connect your phone, I don't know if it's connected straight away to my phone, but, oh, another lorry. But what you do to connect your phone is you press the Windows button.
Please make a selection, or say, help.
Help.
The commands available are message reader, settings, telephone, or cancel.
Cancel. And then it will just go back to your stereo. Obviously the stereo's on mute at the minute. Obviously I'm not going to go through a phone call on the Blue and Me at the minute because, well, obviously I don't want to make a phone call at the minute. I'm just showing you how obviously the sound comes through. This is the microphone up here, I think, for the Blue and Me. So you've got your interior light there. You've got your sun visors, and obviously you can see the dashboard, the controls there. See, it's 5 minutes past 3, supposedly, but I think that's a little bit out. I don't know why the handbrake light's flashing, because it's steady on the thing, but anyway. See how many miles it's done, how many miles it's left in the fuel tank. 242 miles. Obviously it's in neutral there, with it being automatic. You just flick it down into there. You can see it says first, back into neutral. Handbrake's on, obviously take handbrake off. That's how you adjust your seat there. Oh, sorry, I realised I should have zoomed, but there, yeah. What we'll do, it's still in neutral, so I'm just going to nip out for a second, just so you can hear what the car sounds like, and I can show you the daytime running lights in the boot. And also, the doors lock after 6 miles an hour, which is a handy thing. So you can see the daytime running lights there, and just a van going by. Oh, it's been quite a fair bit. You can see the daytime running lights there, and the chrome there with the Fiat badge. You can see that it's a very nice car. You can see that it isn't very noisy at all. You've come right next to the engine. Yep. Mirror there, obviously. Wheel trims, which in my opinion are better than alloys. Anyway, open up the boot, you can see it's got a little 500 symbol there. Lift that up. Very nice size boot. Okay, and these seats actually, it's one, this whole back of the seat here, there's 2 buttons there, and the whole thing goes forward. Instead of being split fold, just the whole thing goes down. So you'll have quite a big boot there when shut. Just getting back into the car now. I've got a cover on the seat, obviously I don't want to get the seat mucky. And the doors shut a lot easier than the Smarts as well. It's another advantage. But yeah, so you can see obviously there, and the heater controls are all there. Cool. Our heat. Different things. Turn those off. You can hear the engine. Obviously. You can see the dashboard. One small look in there. So you've got not a bad side rear view. Electric windows, obviously, as I've said. There's a little button down here. Plus, it's only a 1.2 engine, so it's £30 road tax, insurance group 2, which is about £250 for, not for me, I wish, obviously I'm only 19, so I wish it was £250 for the year, but sadly it's not. It's quite a bit more than that, but anyway, it's insurance group 2, £30 road tax, 56 miles per gallon. At the moment I'm getting about 54, which isn't too bad, for an automatic especially. So it's a really nice car. The steering wheel's nice, obviously it's got the city steering. You can actually see if I press the button there, you can see on the dashboard, it come up in words. Which is great. It's got a 8 metre turning circle, I think, or a 9 metre, I'm not sure. But anyway, it's absolutely brilliant. Plenty of room in it. Obviously the pedals down there. A huge steering wheel, it seems, and it's sort of leather bound. Obviously the Fiat logo there. The mats obviously aren't Fiat mats, I just put those in, they're about £7. And it's really nice. And you've got good headroom, front and back. Maybe back would be a problem for 6 foot plus. But for me, who's 5'5", I think, is obviously really quite good. And the dashboard being the same colour as the car is a nice touch. So, I think we've covered everywhere really. Obviously I haven't showed the engine, but it's a bit of a dark and dismal day to be doing that. I can show you another time the engine. I've shown you the boot. So I hope that everything else is alright. So £30 tax, 1.2 Fiat 500, 1.2 pop, insurance group 2, £30 road tax, and yeah, that's everything really. All the vents and everything obviously as standard, and it's got the Blue and Me, which this wouldn't have had as an original. Originally it would cost £11,000, and I'm glad to say I didn't pay that. Not that I wouldn't, obviously if I had the money I would probably pay it, but with it being a year old, well a year and a half and a bit old, obviously I got it at a good price. So I hope that's alright, and I'll speak to you again some other time. Thanks a lot for watching if you have been.